Reese, let's check out some GS free ski.
This kid's wonderful. Great.
Nice skiing there, Reese. Let's check it out a little slower. Really nice use of ankles and knees there to roll them up. See the outside ski just hook up right there, carve. It's definitely got some weight on that outside ski. Came through, pole plant. You did drop the hand. We really don't need to raise the hand up that high to pole plant and then drop it. So let's try to keep the hands out in front. A little flick of the wrist for your pull touch. Number two, we're popping up too high in the transition. We don't really want to stand tall in that transition. A little lower profile coming through. We do have to, we're going to rise up a little bit, but when we rise up this tall at the top of the turn, it's really hard to start getting those skis up on edge. You want to start tipping the skis up the top of the turn and then really pressuring now, kind of in the fall line, pressure in the fall line. So fall line is if you rolled a ball down the hill, what track it's going to take, but generally speaking, it's going to be right down the hill. So if your turn shape is like this, we want to make sure that we're pressuring in the fall line. Pressure here, 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 here. Right? Pressure in the fall line is ideal. And we start tipping up the skis on edge, over here. But if we're standing up tall, hard to tip them up at the top of the turn, and we may not get that pressure. It could be late, call it late pressure, and not really when we first get into the fall line. But width of the skis, sometimes we get them a little too wide. Want a consistent width. When we're that wide, it tends to kind of get two-footed, a little weight on the inside ski. So we want a consistent width. You have a tendency to get the skis out pretty wide in the turn like that, and then in a transition, bring them under you, narrow, and then back out wide. Let's try to work on a consistent width, right, and maintain really like that width throughout the entire turn. Now, I understand that if big GS turn, we're going fast, we're going to widen them out a bit in the turn, but let's try to maintain around that kind of hip width, shoulder width if you want, but hip width throughout the whole transition and turn. Really nice turn there. I mean, that's picture perfect right there. Level shoulders, hands out in front, long outside leg, short inside leg. Looks like ankle flexion in both feet. Maybe we're bending the ankles. We got the ankles, the boots kind of pulled back. The tips are more or less aligned with themselves. That's a great, great turn. And appears to be some weight on that outside ski, it looks like. Right there, you see the tip bending more on the outside. Great job. Again, kind of popping up real tall there, so we're light at the top of the turn and can't really tip them up as early as we'd like to. Again, what's nice about this turn is you came in, you skied yourself into, kind of a countered position, meaning more zipper down the hill, square down the hill, facing down the hill. That's where we want to be. And you came in here and you get a pole plant, so you're facing down the hill like that. You're letting your skis come in here, cross under you in the transition, and you're going to move and cross over them and move down the hill. That was a great job. And that's more of the type of, you're not popping up here. You came through, you didn't pop up. Pole plant, a little extension, but it wasn't as much as the ones before. But again, the feet got pretty wide, and so I think we're kind of losing the outside ski. I think we're on the inside ski there. All right, so, but great job. So again, to review, we want to have a consistent width of the feet, kind of like, just hip width. So narrow it just a little bit in your GS. Slalom, we want to narrow even more, but we're talking GS here because you are a bit two-footed at times, meaning weight on both skis. Don't pop up in that transition. And let's try to drop that hand after you pole plant. I know that's a lot, but let's work on those things, and you're skiing awesome.